The Melon Man is back in victory lane, and there's problems all across the board for just about every playoff contender you could imagine. Let's talk Kansas, and let's review the Hollywood Casino 400. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the, post-race reviews thing here on the channel, but another race review to talk about today. The Kansas Speedway just wrapped up. We're here to talk about it today. Let's get straight into it. Hope you guys don't mind my room looking the slightest bit different. That's my girlfriend's laptop and her heating pad behind me on the chair. She's out getting pizza right now. I'm probably going to eat it with her once I'm done recording this. But yeah, let's talk about Kansas. Let's get into it. Starting off, oh my god, I ate too much food today, but I don't think this race was as entertaining as most Kansas races I've seen in the past. At least in this next-gen era. The next-gen era Kansas racing has been simply phenomenal. It really has been. I wasn't the hugest fan of, the pure racing of this race. Because with Kansas in this next-gen car, you set such a high standard, and I don't really think this race lived up to it for majority of the race, in my opinion. At least for what we were used to seeing, but Christopher Bell, he got the pole. There was a lap 1 incident that, I can't remember who it was. Twitter will give me a replay here.
There's already an...
Okay, don't give me the audio. Well, I see Ty Dillon in it. Who else was in it here? Let's take a deeper dive. Is it going to show me? No, okay. But Chase Elliott started at the back. He was able to make his way through to the front of the field. I know Harrison Burton was involved. It did take Josh Berry out of the race for good. He was done for the day. I honestly can't believe Josh Berry was out after that crash. Maybe Josh Berry and Rodney Childers, they just didn't feel like working today, so it's just okay, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah. And then after that, no cars pitted, obviously. It's lap 1 under caution. But we're about 20 laps into that run. Christopher Bell is driving away, and kablamo, Kyle Larson blows a tire in his right rear. Excuse me. Yeah, he blows a right rear. Oh my god, I can't stop burping. Excuse me. But Larson blows a tire. He's into the fence. And he must have ran over some debris or something, but this virtually killed the 5's day right there and then, because there was pretty well no bouncing back for him. He went a lap down straight after this caution. They made over 10 pit stops before stage 3 or something like that. It looked like there was some damage done to the diffuser, so he wasn't able to pass cars, and once he got past, he couldn't get past by the, he couldn't pass the 15 of Kaz Grala, which I honestly felt bad for the guy. There's no way a Hendrick car shouldn't be passing a Rick Ware car, but yeah, early in stage 1, Christopher Bell actually gave up the lead to William Byron. He got a little loose exiting turns 1 and 2, and William Byron was able to just sneak by on the inside. This race is going to be a race that Christopher Bell looks back on, and he's gonna have a lot of regrets, because there was obviously there was a moment in stage 2, there was a moment on a restart in stage 3. So Christopher Bell's he's gonna look back on today and really think what could have been for him today. He's still over 25 points good above the cut line. We'll talk about the cut line later. But Bell, he needed a good day. He still had a good day, but it could have been a lot better. William Byron wins stage 1, who is someone I actually had going out in the first round. And bear in mind, that could still happen. We still got Talladega and the Roval to go. You never know how those could go. But I just haven't seen the speed out of the 24 lately. I just haven't seen what resembles speed, in my opinion. Arguably the 24 team in the last 7-8 weeks has been the worst team at Hendrick, in my opinion. That's just my honest thoughts. They barely see them in races. They barely ever get talked about. The only reason they got talked about at Bristol is because they kept getting closer and closer to the cut line. So I just didn't see enough speed for the 24. Obviously, he had enough points to push him through to the next round, in my opinion. That's why I didn't have him going out in the first round, but he did not have enough speed, in my opinion. Yeah, that was point-based, Snake. Man. But, yeah, and then stage 2. Yeah, what happened with Justin Haley in this wreck, man? You can take the joy out of the car, but you can't take the the wrecks out of the 7. Oh my god, I don't know what happened to Justin Haley. He just completely hooked a left to the inside. I don't know what he was trying to do. John Hunter Nemechek was right underneath him. And did something break on the car? Because he just turned left right in an instant. I don't know if his spotter just said, oh, you're clear low, you're clear low. Well, like, okay, you're clearly not clear low. So, I don't know what happened. I mean, Justin Haley, he did okay with his first race in 7. Fair play to LaJoy now that I think about it. He actually had a decent race his first race in the 51. I actually hope LaJoy does really well, just because I want to see him get a decent ride. Austin's, well, I wouldn't call it a decent ride, but I would say, let's see, how would I call it? I just want to see him in the Cup Series, really. That's all I really want to see for LaJoy. Austin Cindric also had a spin. Austin Cindric was actually having a really good day. I mean, he was still last of the Team Penske cars, but he was still running like 7th, 8th, like lower top 10 range. So like, for Austin Cindric standards at a mile and a half, where Ford usually can't compare with cars like Hendrick, Gibbs, like, that's a very, very good run. Like, good job, Austin Cindric. You had a very good run today, in my opinion. Sucks that it got taken away from you, but it is what it is. Alex Bowman wins stage 2. It was a Hendrick sweep for the stages. Chevrolet, they really brought it today, man. Especially Hendrick. They were up towards the front the whole day. I mean, of course they had their problems. Larson had the blown tire and the damaged diffuser. Byron just, I don't know. I don't think he could have passed cars. He couldn't really pass the leaders without clean air. You can see that with the ending of the race too. Bowman had the best car at Hendrick today, man. Alex Bowman's really coming to these playoffs. He's stepped up to the moment, so I gotta tip my hat to Alex Bowman. I mean, I don't rate him out of the highest, like, as one of the highest drivers, but like, I gotta tip my hat to him. He's driving phenomenally. I got the Browns-Raiders game on right here. Deshaun, man. Oh my god. I swear to God, dude, if we lose to the Raiders without Crosby and Devontae, something's wrong. But, yeah, and that, yeah, because, well, Bowman won this stage too, because, well, Bell hit the wall again. I know Bowman had already overtaken him. The 48 had a really cool paint scheme this weekend. I will say, it's the first time I've seen the 48 run that paint scheme. It was really cool, but Bell did the same thing he did with Byron earlier in stage 1, except that this time it's in stage 2, and this time was in 3 and 4. Looks like he just got tight, put it up into the wall, and that was Christopher Bell's moment taken away from him. So, after that, let's see what else happened here. Yeah, Blaney got forced to pit early as well. A loose wheel forced Blaney to come down early in stage 3, just to tighten all the bolts and stuff, so that could have very easily ruined Ryan Blaney's day. But then, it ended up being Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain battling it out for the lead. It was a great battle, to be fair. It was Busch and then it was Chastain. Two spoilers here for the playoffs who easily could have shaken things up. Chastain would get the lead, then Busch would get the lead. There was one point Busch slid up and he just drove away with it. After pit stops, Busch had the lead. Busch was driving away. Chastain got up to him at one point and he just completely checked up, almost lost it off the wall. And then the same thing happened to Busch. He checked up, Chastain got by him, and then Busch got right back by, started to drive off, but then Kyle Busch caught up to Chase Briscoe. The worst running of the playoff contenders today. It was not a good day for the 14 car Chase Briscoe, but what made it worse for me is he left Kyle Busch enough of a lane to use the top. Kyle was threading the needle, but like, and all the air just got taken off his car, and he spins from the lead with 30 to go. Like, oh my god, dude, this guy can't catch a break. He cannot catch a break. Even in bad cars, he's still able to put them to the front, and just cannot get the win. Just cannot get that win. I really hope he does it. I'm honestly looking at Homestead as his next best chance. I don't think he's going to do great at Vegas, but I think I could see Kyle Busch having a very good Homestead, so you never know. You never know what could happen, but Restart 1 happened. Truex got the lead, mainly because he was on the high side. He won the race off pit road. Keselowski stayed out, checked up the whole inside line. Martin got the lead, but then there was a caution for Carson Hocevar. He spun in front of the field, bringing out the final caution, and then on the final restart, Ross Chastain, with less than 20 to go, powers to the lead. The 19, the 48, and the 24 all get into a big fight, which creates a gap. The 24 comes out first, and now it is the 1 versus the 24. If the 1 can hold off the 24, he gets a much-needed win. His first win since November of 2023 when he beat Ryan Blaney in the championship race. And Ross Chastain and his Kubota Tractor Chevrolet pulls it into victory lane. He gets the win. I will say, I'm very happy Ross won because my thoughts go out to everyone who's been affected by Hurricane Helen down in Florida. That hurricane seems absolutely brutal, and I feel so bad for all the families affected in Georgia and Tennessee, the Carolinas, all those places. So my heart goes out to any of the victims of Hurricane Helen, whatever you want to call it. Oh my God, Browns, what the hell are you doing? But did we get a stop? Hey, we did. Let's go. Vegas are gonna have to punt it back. Okay, and yeah, Ross Chastain, he beats William Byron. He gets the win. Ross Chastain gets a win in 2024. Sucks it couldn't have came like 8 weeks ago, but Ross Chastain, I'm happy to see the 1-car win, especially with everything and circumstance right now. Very happy to see Ross Chastain win. A Florida boy wins it for the ones affected by the hurricane. Did the world's longest burnout I've ever seen. It took like a year to do a burnout. But Ross Chastain gets the win here at Kansas Speedway. Not the greatest Kansas race, but I still think it was pretty good. Hey, who's that down at the 30? Is that the punt return? Okay, 3:17 on the clock, down by 4. We can still win this. Maybe we won't, but never know. I'm letting my Browns take over this post-race review. Just leave your favorite football team in the comments down below. Are they doing good? Are they doing bad? Let me know in the comments down below. If we didn't have the most drop passes and the most sacks, I think we'd be doing a lot better. And if we didn't let Malik Neighbors score like 3 touchdowns on us, we'd be a lot better too. But this isn't football. This is NASCAR. And Ross Chastain got the win. He wins at Kansas. Let's talk your results. Well, looking at your finishing results here, Ross Chastain gets the win for Trackhouse Racing. Trackhouse is probably wishing it was the other Trackhouse car for the sake of advancing to the next round, but Trackhouse haven't brought the speed this year. And unless Suarez has a great Roval and Talladega, in my opinion, I don't think he's moving on to the next round. But you never know. William Byron that's his best run like the whole summer, in my opinion. Good for Willie B. He gets a good result. I know I said he's going to be out this round, but generally want to see the 24 do well. Then it was Martin Truex, Ryan Blaney, Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, who started at the back, and Zane Smith puts it in 10th. Yeah, a lot of playoff guys here. Byron, I almost said Truex. Truex ain't in the playoffs anymore. Blaney had a good run. Bowman had a good run. Bell, Hamlin, Elliott all had good runs. And outside the top 10, Chris Buescher, Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, he was running like sub 20 the whole day. So the fact he brought it home 13th, decent day for the 99. Joey Logano in 14th. Corey LaJoie 15th. Oh my God, side's itchy. But yeah, decent run for Corey in his first race for Rick Ware. Ryan Preece with a 16th. That car was running top 15 all day. Impressive stuff from Stewart-Haas Racing. Bubba Wallace, Noah Gragson, Kyle Busch, man, 19th. After all that, 19th. Unbelievable. Daniel Hemrick, Ty Dillon, Brad Keselowski, Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe. Here's a few playoff guys. Briscoe, Reddick, and Larson. Rough day for these playoff guys. We'll talk about Reddick a little later. Todd Gilliland, Ricky Stenhouse, Michael McDowell, John Hunter Nemechek, Kaz Grala, Carson Hocevar, Justin Haley, Austin Cindric, another playoff driver, Eric Jones, Jimmy Johnson, didn't finish last. Good job, Jimmy. JJ Yaley and Josh Berry round out your results. Now, looking at our playoff bubble heading into Talladega. This could be altogether different come Talladega. I expect Cindric to have a good Talladega, but William Byron, he did what he needed to do. He's usually really good at Talladega, especially in the fall race. He always seems to be up there. At least Hendrick always seems to have at least one car in the top 5 at the Talladega fall race. So William Byron, he set himself a good points gap, plus 34 heading into Dega. He's probably got to be feeling pretty good. Ryan Blaney also got to be feeling pretty good. He's been like second, first, or first, second. I don't know where he finished in 2021, but I believe he was in the top 5. He's been in the top 5 like every Talladega fall race I can remember. Like, Blaney's so good at that Talladega fall race. Been in photo finishes 2 of the last, 5 years? And won 2 of them? That's crazy. He's a great Talladega racer, man. Christopher Bell, as long as Bell doesn't have a bad day, he should be okay. And now we start to get a little bit shaky. Larson, plus 18 heading into Dega. Talladega, Daytona, Atlanta are never, ever, ever nice to Kyle Larson. So, if I was Cliff Daniels and Kyle Larson, I'd be worried a little bit. That's not something to look over. That could be a little shaky. So, Kyle Larson, gotta put a lot in the Talladega. The luck's gotta change. You gotta make your own luck. If you get caught up in a wreck, so be it, but you gotta go out and get some stage points at bare minimum. Oh my god. Denny Hamlin built some gap. He did build some gap. Denny Hamlin did have a good race, but I mean, he just kind of kept getting screwed by circumstance. There would be, oh my god, Deshaun just got sacked. We're after the 2-minute warning. Oh my god. But football, man. Denny, he just needs to have a decent run at Talladega. As long as he doesn't hang out in the back, Denny will be fine. But at the Roval, Denny has to have a good Talladega, in my opinion. Denny cannot be going into the Roval like -5. Like, I just can't see that working well for Denny Hamlin. He's not been a good road course racer in this next-gen era, so I don't see Denny having a good Roval. Why are their cars going? I don't know. It's 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday, bro. But, Alex Bowman, great day. He had the best day he could have had here at Kansas, in my opinion. I didn't see Alex Bowman getting the win, but honestly, I could see Bowman having a great Talladega, and I could see Bowman having a great Roval. So, honestly, I think Alex Bowman did what he needed to do. Chase Elliott, starting at the rear, all he could really do was limit the damage, and he did the best he could. He's going to have to run up front at Talladega. He's been really, really damn good at Talladega the last few years, spring and fall. So look out for Elliott to make some noise. He's only +4. Same with Joey Logano, another guy who's been really good at Talladega through the years. So you never know what could happen there. It could be interesting, I'll say that. And then Tyler Reddick -4. I know, Tyler Reddick's not the one I think of when it comes to super speedway racing, but he also won the Talladega Spring Race. So you gotta keep that in mind. You gotta keep that in mind with Reddick. You never know. You never know. Daniel Suarez, he's -14. Gonna have to have a really good Talladega in the Roval. Briscoe, if he doesn't win Talladega, he might be screwed. He might be screwed, I'm not gonna lie. Just keep that in mind. And Austin Cindric, luckily for Cindric, he's a really good road racer, but yeah, I just don't see him being able to really compete at the Roval. And I mean, he's gonna have to just limit the damage enough to a certain point. So I can't see Cindric advancing if he doesn't have a good Talladega, but we will see what it brings, man. Alright, you're gonna get my live reaction to this. 4th down for the Browns. 41 seconds on the clock. This could be the game right here. Come on. Come on, Deshaun. I swear to God, man. I swear to God. Come on. Throw the ball. Oh my God. We lost to the Raiders. We lost to the Raiders, dude. But yeah, let's give Kansas a Skyler score rating. Honestly, great race. It was a good race. I can't deny it. But It didn't blow my socks off because my Kansas standard, since this next-gen cars came, is way the hell up here. Like, I expect nothing but fantastic races whenever we come to Kansas. I'd have to give this an 80 or an 85 personally. It's not a blow my socks off. Usually whenever we come to Kansas, it's always a 90. But I'm going to give Kansas this fall race an 85. Not great, not like blow your moon fantastic. But it was still a good race. Like, it was genuinely quality. People could pass. People could get alongside each other. Overall, great race at Kansas. But I am going to leave this up to you guys next. What did you think of today's race at Kansas? Leave a comment down below. Subscribe, notifications turned on so you never miss any future uploads. If you agree with my takes, leave a like and join the Patreon if you want early access to all my content and so much more. Oh, on to Dega next week. That's going to be spicy. I don't know why I'm doing the money signal, but spicy. My Browns suck, but give me the money. Oh my god. We suck too. Man United suck too, but I just love sports teams that suck. What can I say? But yeah, guys, I will see you for the next post-race review after Talladega Super Speedway. Odega. Take care, guys, and peace.